Hello and welcome to Kelly Loves K-Pop. I'm Kelly. I do K-pop oriented tarot readings. I take your questions that I receive on my Tumblr or in the comment sections to these videos. And today we're going to do a reading on Monsta X's I Am and 17 Hoshi's Friendship. I was recently starting to look up all their zodiac signs and stuff, so I get a better sense of all these people before I do these readings, so I don't have to bother you guys in the comments for information all the time. And I Am is an Aquarius, and Hoshi is like a super Gemini. He's got like a whole inner planet stellium in Gemini, and that's kind of crazy, but amazing. So they're both air signs, so that already tells you they probably genuinely have a similar vibe, a similar easiness about their personalities, at least on the outside. You know, everybody's charts are different and have different planets and things affecting their personalities. If you're into astrology like I am. Also, we just had the big Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, which was really cool to be outside and see how that happened. So it's also the winter solstice, so happy solstice, all my fellow witches. All right, so I Am and Hoshi's Friendship. We'll do a little past, present, future, and then I will do a spread on each guy to see how they're feeling, where they're at. These cards are my Tarot of the Divine by Yoshi Yoshitani. All right. So past, present, future. Ooh. Let's see, are my cards upside down? Nope, just those. All right. Cards in reverse aren't always negative. It just means that we're opening up the vocabulary of the deck to have, instead of 78, we have like 156 different meanings you can get from the cards, which is quite, for me, a more extensive vocabulary to work with. So we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. This is maybe, this is almost like having something to say, but not the ability to say it. It's funny, this makes me think that maybe they didn't like each other at first. Even though you would think, again, they're both air signs. Generally, air signs are kind of, like I said, they share a similar vibe. But Queen of Swords, I think maybe not. Maybe there was something that rubbed them the wrong way in the past. You know. And the Nine of Swords here is about anguish. So maybe this is like whatever things they didn't like about each other. Actually, they learned there was no reason. Maybe they were slightly intimidated, and they learned like there was really no reason to be intimidated. It's almost like a reprieve, a relief of a lot of like things that are kind of scaring you or something. So I don't know, maybe they both found each other really intimidating or something off-putting, and then once they got to know each other a little bit better, they realized it was all bad perception. It wasn't true. It was just kind of this illusion maybe they were putting up. So that like the illusion has fallen. The scary kind of illusion they has fallen, and it seems like they got to genuinely see each other now. Like they see each other for who they are. So I think their friendship is definitely built on mutual respect from these cards. We'll see the Seven of Cups in reverse. Again, this is for the future. To me, it's like generally upright, this card is about seeing a lot of options, exploring all your options. In reverse is a little bit more about being overwhelmed. So I kind of feel like in the future, I get two kind of parallels in this. One, that there just may be too much work going on, where their work is going to take them into different paths. Choices they make are going to take them down different roads. But the other parallel is that, again, it's almost like a repeating of the initial thing, where there may be illusions about the other person coming back up again to divide them a little bit. It could be more of a he said, she said thing where they'll have a rift, but I think they'll be fighting both of those things in the future. Doesn't mean they won't be friends, but it does seem like a strained relationship in the future. So that worries me a little bit for the future, but right now I think they definitely are enjoying each other for who they are, and just not overthinking their friendship too much. So that's my past, present, future spread. We'll go ahead and do a spread on I am and then Hoshi and see how they are feeling towards each other. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do I am. Okay. So always the first thing that comes to mind when I see the Five of Coins is kind of being like left out in the cold. And with this being the Pentacles, so this means to me it's more about like time. Like maybe he feels like Hoshi is not quite making as much time for him as he would like. Now, and the Empress in reverse also kind of gives me that thing too. Like maybe he feels like Hoshi takes good care of like all his other buddies, but I am feels like maybe he's not getting the same treatment. Same thing with the Knight of Cups. This is about like kind of like affection, like there's a lack of affection on his end. Again, the Knight of Wands also makes me think like he's feeling defensive. Like, you know, like if you feel like people are treating you different and you internalize it and you're like, what did I do? Like, did I do something and I just didn't know it? And you're sitting there like kind of like beating yourself up over it. And sometimes you find out it was literally nothing. Like people just were airheaded for a minute and forgot something, or like they sent it to you, it comes late, you know, like, you know, he gave it to someone that was supposed to give it to you and that person messed up. Like there's some kind of issue to me that feels like that. Like we'll see when Hoshi's spreads comes up, but like there's like a defensiveness and a feeling kind of left out. But the Wheel of Fortune is like tells me also that he, again, I get this a lot with I am, that he kind of just goes with the flow. He kind of just takes things as they come. He tries not to hold on to negativity from these readings. So I think the Wheel of Fortune, he says he kind of is like easy come, easy go, you know, nothing in life is permanent. Like he has that overarching mentality to me. So I think he's hoping it's just like a phase, right? Like he's like, okay, well maybe I did say something, but he'll get over it and we'll be good again. Like that's kind of what the Wheel of Fortune in this means to me. It's like, oh, this is just one side of the wheel to come around again and we'll be fine. But he does. I think something happened where he felt a little left out. He felt a little like he put in some effort that wasn't returned about something, you know? So I'll go ahead and read Hoshi's now. It's like I can riffle these cards, but I can't bridge them that well. Like they're kind of, I don't know, the stock, I guess maybe the lamination. They are hurting myself. They're not the most flexible cards I've ever worked with. But they also seem like they'll hold up for a really long time, so I do always like that. Maybe I'll give up on shuffling them riffle style like some of my other decks. Okay, let's see how Hoshi is feeling toward Mr. I Am. Wow. Okay, wow. The world in reverse, I view the world as like the success card, like the pinnacle of like material accomplishment, kind of, whatever that means to that person. So I do feel like Hoshi feels like he failed. Like he failed at something. So maybe whatever I was feeling, Hoshi kind of feels like he messed up. He doesn't feel like an overwhelming negativeness, but it does feel like there's a failure to do something. And again, it does seem like he understands. I don't know if he knows that I Am feels that way. Again, all alleged for entertainment purposes only. But it does seem like he gets it. Whether it's been said or not, it's like he understands. There's a deep understanding here. So like again, like I said, air signs are pretty much on the same wavelength. So even if I Am's not getting it, I think Hoshi understands what happened and that he failed. Again, like the 7 of Wands, it's like he didn't put in the work, he didn't put in the effort. But the Hierophant is always kind of a gatekeeper to me. The Hierophant is like a traditional structure. So the Hierophant tells me that he failed, but I think it's like he felt like there was a reason. So either at the time he felt like he was doing the right thing and learned by the reaction that he screwed up. Maybe he felt like it wasn't, whatever this was over, he felt like he wasn't expected to, and then learned later and kind of understand. So I think it definitely seems like, even though Hoshi may have felt like he fell short of the expectations on him, I get the overwhelming feeling like he'll eventually make good on it again. Like that Wheel of Fortune card, maybe I Am already kind of knows that. For the Knight of Coins, this is about slow though. So actually, even if he is going to make good on it, it may take him a while. He may know it's not something that's going to be forgiven or gotten over overnight, but there is progression there. So I don't know. Again, like I said, there's like something between them that felt expected on I Am's side, but not expected on Hoshi's. And when he didn't do it, he understood that he failed, and he understands the perception. So it's really interesting. The Knight of Coins, slow. It could have been, again, like just a lack of showing up for something, because again, sometimes coins is about time, and with I Am's, it was that 5 of Coins. So it could have been like Hoshi was supposed to show, or he expected Hoshi to show up for something, and Hoshi just didn't think it mattered if he showed up or not, and the lack of him showing up for him or calling him or checking up on him or something just didn't sit right. So, and I just feel like maybe he felt like traditionally it's not expected of him to do it. Like, you know, like, oh well, my like kind of like my other friends don't care if I don't call them on their birthday or this or that or the other thing. But for some reason for I am was like, no, why, you know, I call you on your birthday, why didn't you, like, you know, it could be something that simple, but you do as a friend, right? So it kind of feels like it's something like that. Like, Hoshi just didn't think it was important, didn't think, you know, in the past that it would have been a problem if you didn't do it, but it was a problem, right? Again, like I said, I think they're working on fixing whatever issue they had. I don't think that their friendship is going to just disappear overnight. It does seem though that it will seem like there's going to be more miscommunication, more dividing of their paths in the future. Seems like kind of for a lot of these idols, that's kind of how things go. But it's also natural as you get older. Anybody who's like gone from having best friends in their 20s to seeing where you guys are at 10 years later, it's always very different. People get married, people have families, people move away, people get very busy with their job. Like, that's kind of how things go. So I do hope whatever issue they had, they're fixing it. I get the overwhelming feeling that like their friendship isn't going anywhere, at least not right away. So I mean, that's basically all I have for this reading. So if you stayed this long, thank you. I have a little message for you guys. I've started carrying out these Therapets, like self-help affirmation cards, and I pull one now every reading to read to you guys to, you know, lift your spirits a little bit, lift my own spirits a little bit. This one is self-care the crap out of life and you'll get through okay. And I think we can all do well to remember to take care of ourselves. I try to remind everybody every video, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I'll see you guys again soon, okay? Bye.